ya dig it? And what's going on? My name is Jack Southall, and I am here for a Raw review for January the 12th, 2015. We come to you tonight from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of last year's WrestleMania. So let's get into it. So we open up the show with a 15-minute promo, just like every other fucking Raw. It's not the Authority this time, it's John Cena. So he comes out, he's happy as bloody daisies for some reason, despite last week 3 of his friends were fired and they all blamed him for it. Whatever, so he cuts his Cena-ish promo, he gets a bit serious, and he wants the crowd to tweet hashtag Authority sucks and all that, and says when he wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble, when he beats Lesnar or Rollins, depending on who he pins, he's going to leave the WWE as champion. So, hold on a second. Back in 2011, right, you guys dissed CM Punk, and by that, I'm talking about like the WWE corporate and the storyline and all that. You guys dissed CM Punk for walking out as WWE champion, yet John Cena does it, and it's an act of, he's a martyr, he's a hero and all that. I don't get that, but he gets a pass because he's John fucking Cena. And also, it's nothing special. Brock Lesnar's been doing it since he won the damn belt, so that doesn't make anything more special. And then, the Authority comes out and says, he's going to have to face Seth Rollins tonight in a lumberjack match. Yep, we get another Cena Rollins match. They have very solid matches, those two. Even though the tables match they had at TLCS was a bit overbooked, but overall, the actual wrestling between those two were actually pretty good. Just all the overbooking stuff made the match pretty bad. But it wasn't that bad. Anyway, so, yeah, the Authority antagonizes Cena like they love to do. And the Lumberjacks are just all heels and all that. So, these two have a pretty good match overall. There was one bit where, like, Cena does all the typical spots, like jumping off the top rope, like he did at Payback in 2013. Jumped on all the Lumberjacks. He gets on the outside, and Cesaro does a really good swing on the barricade, but the heels screw Cena over, like J&J Security pulling Cena's feet when he was going for the pin, Kane holding on to like Rollins' hand when he got him in the STF, and Big Show pulling Cena out of the ring, KO punching him and letting Rollins get the victory. So then it's announced that there was going to be a contract signing for the triple threat match at the Royal Rumble. So, yeah, that's cool. And then we get a backstage promo with Stephanie with the Usos and Dean Ambrose. She talks to the Usos and say that, which one is it, Jimmy, that his wife Naomi is going to be in a match with Alicia Fox with an arm tied behind her back. And Dean Ambrose has to go through like an evaluation of his mental state if he wants to get into the Royal Rumble. And this was some of the best stuff. If you need to watch a couple of segments from this show, watch the Dean Ambrose evaluation stuff. He was fucking funny throughout the night, man. Like, really good stuff. And so, we get this bit with the Miz and Mizdow, cashing in on the Golden Globes, which took place yesterday. And they're saying, congratulations, George Clooney, for he won some Lifetime award or whatever. Miz saying he's friends, who gives a shit. Next, we have a pretty solid tag team match between Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Adam Rose. Fuck off, Adam Rose. Just please. And the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. So, it was pretty cool because you know how the New Day, the shitty characters that they are wearing the ridiculous blue outfits. Well, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are wearing red. So, I thought that was just cool. Good double team moves, like Cesaro went for his swing and like Tyson Kidd goes for a low drop kick to his head. I thought that was really cool. And the end of the match with the New Day winning with some sort of back break. I think it was Xavier had the backbreaker and Kofi Kingston went for a foot stomp. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, and then throughout the night, they talked about Macho Man Randy Savage potentially being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Why they did that, I don't fucking know. just WWE building up something for some reason. Anyway, we've got like a bunch of wrestlers in the segment. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, The New Day, Paige. It was just adorable throughout the segment. They're doing the best Macho Man impression, which was very fun to do, you know. If you let the wrestlers just let loose, they can do some pretty funny stuff. So yeah, I approve of that segment. And there was another one coming up, but I'll talk about that later. Then we get an announcement that there's going to be a Raw reunion next week involving Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and Razor Ramon. So, yeah, that should be interesting. Oh, boy. Then we get to this. Big Show comes out, cuts heel promo 101. You know, saying, you guys all suck, you're all losers. If you like Roman Reigns, you're a loser, you know, stuff. Then Roman Reigns comes out. Then Roman Reigns comes out and Big Show leaves because I think he knew what kind of promo he was about to cut. And he cuts a Jack and the Beanstalk inspired fairytale promo. I'm dead serious. Go watch it. Oh, actually, no, don't watch it. He talks about, like, how Big Show was a giant and Reigns had his beans when he was a little... Oh, it's just so bad! Yeah, it was really bad, but... God, just Roman Reigns. You can tell Vince McMahon are writing these promos for Reigns. He's just writing them and goes, oh, that's funny, No, it's not. No one is laughing, Vince. But anyway, Roman has a match with Luke Harper. He wins with a spear out of nowhere. Big Show attacks him after the match. Cool, move on. Miz talks about the movie Boyhood, winning the Best Picture at the Golden Globes? Golden Globes. Stupid. I'm starting to sound like Roman Reigns now. They talk about the movie Boyhood winning the Golden Globes for Best Picture, and how the movie was filmed in 12 years, and Mizdow says, I was filming a movie for you for 6 months, and I recorded every single living moment of your life, and who gives a shit. Next, Naomi versus Alicia Fox, why not? Tie the Hunter back, Alicia wins, cool, let's move on. Now, here's another Dean Ambrose evaluation segment, which was funny. So, the doctor is holding up these cards of different wrestlers. And Ambrose, you know how, like, especially like the SmackDown Moving the Thursday ads where they show the picture and it's like, tell me what's the first thing that comes to your mind. He didn't have splodges or anything like in the SmackDown ad, but had pictures of the wrestlers. And so Dean Ambrose just says, alright, picture of Triple H. Irritable bowel syndrome. Seth Rollins, scumbag. Roman Reigns, brother. Kane, toothpaste. That was my personal favourite. For those of you who don't know, Kane used to be a character called Isaac Yankem DDS before he became the Kane character back in the New Generation era. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! And my other favourite, Stephanie McMahon. Ho! Just Dean Ambrose is the shit, man. He's amazing. So then after that, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman comes out, and they're in New Orleans, and they remind people how the streak ended, and how Brock's reality and everyone else's fantasy, you know. But Paul Heyman cut a pretty good promo, because can Paul Heyman cut a bad promo? Can he? He should learn Roman Reigns a thing or two. That promo was so bad, man. So bad. Oh. But I'm not talking about Paul Heyman, I'm talking about Roman Reigns. Just I laugh when I think about that. Poor Roman. Next, we have another Macho Man impression segment with the Usos, Bella Twins, Miz and Mizdow. Santina Marella popped up out of nowhere. Dean Ambrose, John Cena, and Kane, he was supposed to do one, but he's like, nah, I'm not doing it, bro. And then we get to Jey Uso versus The Miz. Miz wins. Good for you. Next segment. To Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan comes out. Crowd loves him because he's freaking awesome. And then Stephanie McMahon comes out. She plugs a new fitness DVD and shows her clips of him getting his neck broken and all that, and just antagonizing the poor bastard. Brian calls Stephanie McMahon ho, like the Ambrose segment did, and yeah, it was a good segment overall. And then Stephanie made a match for SmackDown. It's Daniel Bryan versus Kane. Is that awesome? No? Oh, well, it makes booking sense because, you know, Kane is part of the reason he was out on the show, and Bryan beat the living shit out of him and all that. So then, after that, we get to a backstage segment. Seth Rollins being a cocky asshole with J&J Security. Turns around, there's Brock Lesnar. They have a bit of a confrontation, which is really interesting. Paul Heyman's trying to be in the middle of it and say, hey, no, save it for the Rumble and all that. So, yeah, I really like that. Then we get to Brie Bella versus Paige with no entrances, because fuck the Divas division. Brie wins the match thanks to Tyson Kidd, my boy, and Paige slaps him afterwards, deservedly. I hope Paige wins the Divas title some way down the line. Maybe at WrestleMania, that'd be cool. Then we have a Bray Wyatt promo about him entering the Rumble and doing his typical Bray Wyatt shenanigans. And then we get the little video package saying that the Macho Man will be officially in the Hall of Fame for 2015. I gotta applaud Vince McMahon on that. Thank God. It's about damn time the Macho Man Randy Savage gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. So yeah, I can't wait to... Apparently Hulk Hogan's inducting him. So it's going to be interesting what he says about the Macho Man at the Hall of Fame ceremony. But yeah, so good on you, Macho Man. We miss you. We love you, brother. Ooh, yeah. And so Ambrose... before I get to the Ambrose segment, I've got to talk about the Ascension burying Jobber Jim and Jobber Joe. JBL, just shut the fuck up, man. I understand the Ascension said something mean about the Road Warriors and keeps comparing themselves, which pisses me off. Just, it's not that bad, alright? Calm down, JBL. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so that happened. On to the Ambrose segment. So Ambrose is now the doctor. He's wearing the glasses and all that. And then, the bloody... the actual doctor, he's crying and he's all of that, and just they turn the tables. It was so funny, man. And Ambrose then has a match with Rusev. Rusev wins because the referee saw Ambrose's leg was all fucked up. So yeah, an added bonus I gotta mention: no disqualification finishes. See, you can, WWE, congratulations, you get a round of applause. You can do a Raw without disqualifications. Good for you. Then we get to the main segment of the night, the contract signing for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat match at the Royal Rumble involving Brock Lesnar, stay there light, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. So, yeah, this was your typical contract signing. They all bicker with each other. They all say shit about each other and all that. And then there's a big fight happens. Lesnar German suplexes Cena and Rollins. Cena does the AA through the table on Brock Lesnar. And then what I really liked, Rollins gets the upper hand and hits the curb stomp on Cena and Lesnar. And we end the night with Rollins on top. So, yeah, was Raw. Overall, there was some good stuff in there, just like last week's, but there was a lot of bad, and I'm sorry, that Roman Reigns promo just killed it for me. I'm gonna give this the same verdict I did with last week and give it 1 thumbs down. you got to step up your game, WWE. Royal Rumble's around the corner. WrestleMania's around the corner. Better step it up. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that beautiful stuff. Make sure to check me out on Twitter at jackamanlol31. And that was it. And I'll see you guys later. And I'm out in 3, 2, 1.